noises that aren't necessary, such as that. I get frustrated with people that don't realize when they've had shit taken away from them and they don't get mad about it. I mean, don't you ever get mad about the fact that you'll probably never own a house? Or if you own a house, you will be fucking leveraged on that thing to where that will be the only thing in your life that you'll really be able to consider is paying that fucking house off and structuring your entire life around working to pay that shit off. Does that bother you? I get mad a lot about traffic too. And people probably think that's dumb. Like, why do you get mad about traffic? I hate it when I drive somewhere and I'm just completely fucking impeded. Not just by shit drivers, but by reduced lanes. They do, it's funny, they do all this work to make freeways wider, keep rebuilding the fucking freeway, and they don't build it right because they seem to need to fix it every year, but they do all this shit to make freeways wider, and they did this with some of the cities too. There's a government incentive program where you get federal highway money if you do certain things that the federal government wants. Like the states look at highway money, and they applied the same kind of thing to cities, where certain cities had to rebuild main thoroughfares that worked perfectly fine and make them wider because the federal government wanted that. So the states incentivized the cities to do that, and they do that to make these streets wider, and then they lower the speed limit or they impede some of the fucking lanes. Or you go into an area that's nice, not country nice, but I guess, like, let's say suburb nice, and then they put so many global homo corporations out there that they decide that they have to put a stoplight every fucking block. So it takes you, 10 minutes to get a fucking mile because you have to keep stopping. You keep stopping. And then, on top of it, you have these people that do not know how to drive that impede fucking traffic. So it takes even longer. I get mad about that. Why? Is it frustrating? Yes, that's part of it. But because it didn't used to be that way. And it doesn't need to be that way to function. It doesn't need to be cumbersome to perform every single task of your life. It just doesn't need to be that way. It's that way because that is what the corporate model wants. That's what the one world government, new world order corporate model wants. They want shit to be fucking demoralizing. And they want your errands to have to literally take you all day long. Not like you can wrap it up in a couple of hours. They want it to just be all-encompassing so that you don't have time to do anything else. It is by fucking design, and it didn't used to be that way, and I get pissed off when people don't see that. Or when they just accept it and go, oh, well, that's the cost of whatever. No, it's not. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Yep, and I get mad at people when they don't realize when stuff has been taken away from them or been put in front of them intentionally by design to make their life more difficult in ways that it does not need to be. And when they do not get upset about this, when they do not say that I would rather have my time, when I would rather have my liberty, and they go, well, convenience, well, security. That shit is frustrating. I think I'm going to start a live stream channel, and I'm not going to be able to do it on YouTube because they've been throttling me for a good while, and I lose subscribers all the time, and they shadow ban my content. So until you get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I've been just under 1,000 for years now, no matter how many new ones I get, I always seem to lose more than I get. You can't stream from mobile. You can only stream from a desktop, which is an interesting thing that they did. But yeah, so I'm going to start a streaming channel. I'm not sure what platform. I would take some suggestions on that. My first impulse would be to go to TikTok and try to do it there. Except they're going to take away TikTok, aren't they? That'll be just another thing that they take away that people won't be mad about. I know everybody's got their issues with TikTok. There's a lot of stupid content on there. There's a lot of frustrating content on there. There's a lot of bad shit on there. There is. But there's also something on there that there isn't in other places, and that is a general freedom of speech. And this is the cost of freedom of speech. Sometimes freedom of speech comes with speech that you don't like, and that's just what you have to deal with. Unlike this big pocket of traffic that is going slow for no fucking tangible reason, except for the fact that these people do not want to fucking drive for